All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. And we are back today with another video. And today we are looking at the Tier 8 USS Kidd, a premium, of course, US destroyer in this game. A very interesting ship, a very strong ship. The Kidd is characterized by kind of being sort of like a Benson, but one of its torpedo tubes have been removed, so it only has one set of torpedoes, 5 wide. And the Kidd makes up for this with excellent guns and excellent AA coverage, so our AA defense. So this is on Okinawa, not one of my favorite maps, but as a destroyer, there's some stuff you can do on the map. I would rather be a destroyer than anything else, especially not a cruiser, but not the best map in my opinion, but the rework made it a little more tolerable. Although in chat I kind of, don't really agree with that, but whatever. Anywho, we are playing the Kidd today, and we are heading off to the Bravo Cap to start off. Like I said, the Kidd is excellent at cap contesting because the Kidd has a heal. So the big thing about the Kidd is it's basically a Benson, and it loses a torpedo tube launcher to gain a little more AA defense and a heal. So heals on destroyers are fairly rare in this game. You only have certain ships that have heals. Some of the high tier Russian destroyers have heals. Some premium destroyers that are coming, such as the Nushashimi, are going to have a heal. The Kidd has a heal. There's some others I'm sure I'm missing. But when you have a heal as a destroyer, you play the game a little bit different because you're much more willing to trade your health. Um, a lot of this game is about trading health and making smarter or not so good decisions, depending on kind of what you're looking at. But having a heal on a destroyer means you can be a lot more aggressive. We have the Alexander Ovechkin captain on the ship, and along with survivability expert, meaning we have almost 20,000 base health, which means our heal actually heals for a little bit more because we have more of a base health for the percentage to work off of. So when we're playing, when we're contesting caps and Kid, we want to be a little more aggressive. We would maybe another destroyer. I'm still not being super aggressive. There's no radar ships in this game. As you see, it is tier 10 matchmaking, but there are no radars in the enemy team except maybe Edinburgh, but probably not. But I still, I want to be at least a little bit cautious. There is an aircraft carrier flying around, and early on we detect the Grozavoy. So this is a situation where maybe if I was in a different destroyer, I would just smoke up. That's a tier 10 destroyer, and I'm a tier 8. But I'm going to go ahead and trade with this guy some. I want to keep him spotted for my team and trade with him. I can't outgun this guy, even. I mean, the Grozavoy has really good guns, and the Grozavoy also has a heal. But I want to at least, get some trade some paint here. And we do we do a little bit more damage than he did to us. Really about the same as a trade. But, no rest for the weary here, as soon as we turn away from him, the Benson pops up. And again, I'm still going to be shooting because I'm not really being shot back at right now too much. The Henry takes a long-range shot at us. We're moving, we're using our rudder, we're changing our speed, and we're still dodging. Now, I didn't use my smoke. The Grozavoy disappeared, and the Benson smoked up. So early on, we've put a lot of pressure on both their destroyers. Now, I get redetected for a split second. Grozavoy just barely sails back in range to detect me for a second, and I was still my guns detected me for just a second there. But right now, we're not in any immediate danger, so we're not going to bother to use our smoke. Now, this Benson comes back out. Again, if I was in another destroyer, this might be another good time to smoke. But I'm trying to bait this Benson into using his guns. And I'm going to go ahead and smoke in just a second here, because I am starting to take some pretty significant damage. But now that I've got this Benson shooting quite a bit, and my team's had some time to get their guns turned on him, I'm going to go ahead and smoke up, and I'm going to keep shooting at him, but I'm going to let my team finish this guy off, or one of we're maybe going to, and we do. But the idea was to get that guy to start shooting and then smoke up, so he stayed detected longer. He had just used his smoke, so I know he couldn't smoke again, and I baited him into shooting me, and then because he was shooting me, he stayed detected longer, and my team was able to take him out. Remember, you have teammates, play like it. I know in randoms, you're not always going to get that really great support, but you gotta at least give your team a chance to support you. You know what I mean? So we have 12,000 damage, 25 shell hits. We've already got one sink. We killed the that Benson, obviously, that was in Charlie and tried to flee. Grozavoy is still in this cap. It's still being contested at B here. As you can tell, we've already taken a significant amount of damage, but we also healed a good bit back. We were at about a 10 or 11,000 health when we disengaged from that Benson. Now we're back to 13.5 and we're 13.3, and we also have a little bit more of a health bar to go. So we've taken, we basically traded paint with two different destroyers. And we're not looking too bad. I mean, if I was in, say, an Akizuki or some other tier 8 equivalent destroyer, even if it was a gunboat, I'd be at probably 9, 10,000 health right now, and I wouldn't have any way to recover it. But in Kid, we're much better off. So we see this Grozavoy pops back up at just 5 kilometers away, and I want to be a little cautious about approaching this channel right here. I don't want to maybe get torpedoed by him if he's just kind of blind torping. But I do want to see if I can maybe put some more pressure on this guy, because it looks like he's in kind of a bit of a trouble, and if he's going to turn away, he's probably going to come back towards the middle of the cap. So I'm going to, again, aggressive positioning. I'm in a tough spot right here. If you know, another ship was the ships to my left were starting to shoot at me, or if this guy turned his guns. But we're going to be aggressive. We've got some health. We've got plenty of heals. We're going to be aggressive. We get an AP salvo off on him. He has a little bit too much of an angle. If he gives enough broadside, you can use AP. But that angle he's presenting is just a little too much. Again, we're eating a lot of damage here. We're trading with a tier 10 destroyer. This is painful. But we have more health than him, more usable health than him. So there's no reason not to use it and get a really powerful ship out of the fight. Now, the aircraft carrier was dropping us at the same time, and I tried to turn on my AA and pop my defensive AA. I was a little late on it, but I was kind of distracted. I was talking in Discord. I had music on, you know, so I could have been a little quicker on the draw there. I had my AA turned off because, of course, when you're playing a destroyer in high-tier games with aircraft carriers, you always want to have your AA turned off unless you need it. If your AA makes you detect further than your ship's detection range, so if you know, have 6-kilometer AA guns and a 2.7-kilometer detection range by air, you don't want to have your AA guns all the time because it makes it that much easier for the aircraft carrier to see you. So we've killed the Benson, we've killed the Grozavoy. Our team has sailed through C and taken care of it, and now B is free for us to take because they don't have anyone else here that's contesting the cap. Their ships are hanging out behind it. We're doing some spotting, and we're in pretty good shape. Now we're at 6,000 health, but as you see, we've still got 2 more heals, so we can heal up back to, what, about 10,000, 9,000 health, maybe just a hair more. So by no means are we all to the point, you know, where we're already out of the fight. I mean, we still have a lot of usable health left, and we're going to go see if we can do it, because despite our efforts, we have the only 2 kills right now, and the enemy team is pushing A pretty hard. So we're going to go on up here towards Bravo, or towards the A cap, and see if maybe we can get some torpedoes out on these ships crossing from B to A. I don't remember the kid's exact torpedo range. I believe it's 9.2 kilometers, and they're 5 wide. They're not incredibly fast torpedoes, but they're usable. The torpedoes in the ship are definitely usable if you're using them to deny area or maybe catch a battleship like this. So I'm going to sail up here, and we have the Yamato sailing in front of us. Now, I could open up my guns on him. I might have enough island cover, but I'm trying not to actually shoot this guy. I don't want him to know I'm here. He was already detected, and if I start shooting, and even if I detect myself, he's going to know I'm sitting here, and he's probably going to make an evasive maneuver. I'm going to smoke for my cruisers behind me. I got 2 cruisers in this cap that could probably use the smoke, because in the smoke, they can crossfire all those ships sailing to A from the enemy spawn to A, so left or right across the screen as we're seeing it. That smoke cloud is advantageous for my cruisers to set up there. Now that the Yamato is too close to avoid my torpedoes, I go ahead and open up on him, and he does have his guns turned. I thought they weren't turned towards me, but he chunks us for a hell of a lot of damage. About 5,000 to be exact. But our torpedoes finish him off, and we do get the kill. So that wasn't a great play in retrospect. I should not have shot. For some reason, I thought his guns were turned somewhere else, and they weren't. So Yamato AP, even though AP is capped on its damage, 18.1 inch shells hurt a lot, as you saw there. But we have a heal. So instead of being at 600 health, I pop another heal, and we're back to 4,000 health, which ain't great, but it's workable. So I can continue to scout around and at least be remotely aggressive versus just kind of being a potato and hanging out in my smoke and waiting on smoke to leapfrog around to farm with my guns. The enemy team started to lose a lot of ships. This game's looking a little better, but we're still going to try to see if we can push up and maybe make some more plays and do some fun stuff. We have 72,000 damage and 3 kills at this point in the game. We're looking around, and we're just trying to spot for our friends here in the smoke, make sure there's nothing else, on the horizon. And Edinburgh pops up at 8.5 kilometers and closing pretty fast. But look at this. I didn't notice this until I turned around here. There's an Akizaki sitting in the smoke farming. Wasn't paying great attention, so this is a issue. So I'm going to fake like I'm going to go to my right, and then I'm going to turn back to my left. And I'm trying to use my rudder and stuff and just try to, get him thrown off. I'm going to throw a set of torpedoes out. It looks like he's going to have to either eat those or ground. And then I'm just trying to avoid best I can. I guess he didn't have his torpedoes on cooldown, and he sails right into those torpedoes, and he dies, and that's a dev strike and 2 more torpedo hits. And we're down to 584 health. So we ran that guy out of his smoke. We got to be really careful here. We are going to use the Kizuki smoke for the next 10 seconds, but we got to be careful because that Edinburgh could guess where we are. So shooting is a bad idea. But again, we're down less than 1,000 health, and we're going to pop our heal, and we're going to return to a few thousand health and be more useful. So right here, I can't do a lot of this Edinburgh really. At the moment, I'm trying to see if my Baltimore can maybe get him out of the fight here. Trying to spot him the best I can. I'm going to go ahead and open up on him. It's like he's thoroughly distracted. And now that our heal has gone off, we're back to three odd something thousand health. I'm gonna try to get this guy out of the fight. I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to have some fun. We do lose a couple ships though over the last minute or two, so this game is actually a little closer than it probably could be. But we are gonna eat some more damage. Oh, 3,800. God, that Royal Navy AP hurts. And we're back to 103 health points. But we get the Edinburgh killed, and that's our 4th kill of the game. And now we're detected. Oh no. Oh god, not like this. Not like this. Can we get away? Can we dodge? Can we straighten up? Oh, yes, we can. We sneak away. So now we stuck away from that, and we are at 100 health without any more heals. The total damage I actually received in this game was just a hair over 33,000. So we healed essentially 13,000 health more. Some destroyers at tier 8 don't even have 13,000 health. So we healed, in total, we took about 2 or 3 destroyers worth of health and stayed alive. So now I'm going to try to smoke up here and see if I can get some farming done on this North Carolina and maybe the Otago. My torpedoes are going to come up in a couple seconds here, so I'm going to go ahead and smoke up, but I'm going to try to move forward a little bit just so the smoke cloud spreads some. If you're firing in a very small smoke cloud, it makes it even easier for another ship to smoke fire you. I'm going to go ahead and I expect that North Carolina maybe turn away, just kind of throw out some random torps, see if I can get anything on him. And we're going to open up. Now, he saw me go into the smoke cloud with 100 health. So he's going to attempt to smoke fire me. And so we're just going to use our guns, and we're going to try to get as much damage as we can. And we get 1,800 damage, and we get the kill as he kills me. I think the errant shell actually killed me. I think the one shell that left his dispersion group is actually the one that killed me, because I was backing up, and he shot in front of me. Looking at that replay again, it looks like. But hey, we got our Kraken, but we're not done yet, boys. You're thinking, well, the man's dead. How's that happen? Oh, there's that Otago. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Those are the torpedoes we shot at a complete guess. We get 2. Are we going to get 3? No. But the Otago's flooding, my friends. It doesn't look like he has a repair party, because he's still flooding. Anytime you see that steam coming out of the ships, they're flooding. Can we get 6 kills? Will my team kill steal it? OP delivers. So the last 2 kills were pretty RNG. My team was shooting at those guys, and I just happened to secure the last 2 kills. But we get our 2nd death strike of the game. We get just a flesh wound, and we get our 6th kill of the match. We finished with 121,305 damage, and a lot of juicy ribbons. Like I said, that was the last 2 kills were kind of debatable, but it was a solid 4-kill game, and the end of it was more damage farming, kind of playing like a jackass. But the early game, we saw how we were playing a little more aggressive because we had that heal. We were able to get in there and mix it up with these other ships. Ships like Grozavoy, where if I was in another ship, I'd had to play that a lot more safe. Where with a kid, I could just kind of go in there and bully him right back and just hopefully, make that work for my team, or maybe trade my health some to get additional time spotting enemy destroyers so my team can then take them out. And that's kind of what we saw there, especially with the Benson, is we were able to stick around in that longer than we should have just because we had that extra health available to us. So if you have something like that, make sure you're using that resource and using everything you have to your advantage, and playing your ship to its strength in that way. So anyway, guys, what I got for you, this is a 3,000 base XP game, by the way. I forgot to mention that, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for you today. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.